change where President BO make yesterday in our government. Also, we been see State House been pull a press release. Also, a new appointments them be announced and say it please the president for appoint William Fayaselu as Inspector General of Police, Mrs. Elizabeth Ture, Director of Police Affairs at the Ministry of Internal Affairs, Mr. Amadou Manna as Senior Technical Advisor, Ministry of Internal Affairs, Colonel Retired Binet Conte, Commissioner, Sierra Leone National Commission on Small Arms, Mr. Sir Moy, Deputy Minister 2, na the Ministry of Agriculture, and finally, Alhaji Dr. Alpha Bakar Sahid Kanu, Presidential Spokesman. Well, how this been happened yesterday, we get on the phone now, the press secretary, when I Yusuf Keketuma Sandy. Good morning and welcome to the program. Good morning, Salon.
Good morning, Mabel, and good morning, the people of Sierra, and thanks for having me.
Inform the change way President Bio make yesterday, the appointments them way people and see, it make to different people and serve some people we don't drop. What's happen?
Well, I can always say, the Constitution gives president the power for make he appoint people and also if he reach them we say he need more new people for add value. He can always add them, and then one day will be there. He can either reassign them back for God aside or probably relieve them. So this is not any exceptional situation, but I think you also nice like I can always say whenever they see they happen. The one that we don't serve, for make us start by commending them. So I will start first with the former IG, Mr. Suvula, will be there. This report we all know say he be enlisted in the police since 1980. When we say up until now, he served the police for 42 years. For serving a public service for 42 years, not a very long time. And because of that service they will give, on behalf of the president, I want to tell him plenty thank you. And hope say we wish her the very best in the new endeavors. But we also look forward. We also now get a new IG in the police, where William Fayaselu. William Fayaselu, everybody know how within the police say now somebody when a disciplinarian and was very strict. And this person back we get a very colorful experience within the police. So for instance by 2000 and then he enlisted the police. In fact, in 1993, when we say it don't take quite some time, he also don't go through the rank. And in 2000, they appointed him as Chief Security Officer to the former president, the late Tijan Kaba. He served it in 2007. Also, he don't be head of CDIID in 2012. By 2013, he also be commander for the Stallone contingent in the UN mission at Darfur. He also served in 2017 as commandant at police training school. Welcome in 2018, they appointed him as director Joint Presidential Guard Force. He commanded 2019, they appointed him as director Integrated Intelligence Service. By 2020, he also served as Regional Commander South. And the last appointment before this one, the director of Crime Services. The reason why to make a go through all this about telling say the possible they can head the police now. Not only that, a much younger person, very dynamic somebody, but also it all rise through the rank in many different areas within the police. So I think say it will put all the experience that they don't get to make sure say the police continue for reform, and the police also continue to make sure say them be a force for good and serve the people of this country diligently and make sure say the police stand tall in whatever they do.
Okay, Mr. Sandy, back to Usai starts for address, and they appreciate the one them we don't drop out of the governance now. One gets for do with the former Inspector General. We up until yesterday na been we IG, but we see a change don't happen there. Even at school where you go school and they promote you where you do well, and they demote you or make you repeat where you not do well. Now what's happen we make the president decide yesterday say concerns them don't come from the public, of course, for say them for drop the IG if will be changed because according to some people and not only perform well. Is it because of them concerns and they and in performance, especially issue where come this BNTM gets for do it an unidentified concern and I ignite this particular decision?
Well, what I would say now the fact say I start by saying we don't serve 42 years by the police. So it means that by 2022, if we don't pass a retirement age in the first place. But we all get concerned when they work in a public service. waiting making normally elect for do that when I get the opportunity there, the people that we don't serve in public service, rather than for me we go back into waiting people and think, waiting and not think. I feel say the president always when they appoint person, he appoint person on trust because you know say this person is capable. But at every point in time, back where you know say at this point in time, he won't forget the organization or the ministry to a different trajectory. It can always add more value or add count new people or reassign people in. So I have to make this opportunity for commend the IG rather than for make probably I begin to speculate like the public on waiting the IG not do waiting not do. Yes, during the internal there are challenges. There are many concerns where they raise, but I also believe that in 42 years of service, I think say he also served this country diligently and served this country with good conscience.
You make mention of in age. Retirement now one way if the office of the president they send make somebody go because of retirement, so I can state and clearly say this person they proceed on retirement, another person they take up in position. But this press release will come yesterday from our office. We not see nothing like retirement. For the IG, they ask again, is it retirement or a sack the president sack him? Because we not indicate whether or not a retirement as una be done use for do.
No, what I tell you say the IG don't pass in retirement age.
Retirement make the president relieve him on a sack is sack him.
No, at the come. The IG don't pass a retirement age. There are many considerations where president they use for relief person or reassigned person. Waiting make you always want to use this opportunity where person on serve with for a very long time. Now for commend the person for establishing of the nation, because for staff even one in a public service, let's alone for head police. Now a very challenging job. And that is why we always want for commend people that we don't start the public service. Now the speculation on whether now retirements now that thing now, we will never get to the public. On behalf of the president, because you don't serve this country for so long, we want for commend them, but importantly, we want for look forward. What is this new IG get for carrying like the police? What is that strength? What is that the thing will learn from the former IG maybe today? And I make a talk say this as somebody where they come IG fire tell you by a disciplinarian, he is respected, and also he don't go through the ranks. He don't serve in many areas. He go use that experience for continue to reform the police and make the police a force for good.
So, Mr. Yusuf Kekotoma Sandy, I know man follow you left these speculations to the public because when they work for the public and answerable to the people of Salone. I they ask again if na retirement this on a sack because you say you want for left this speculation to the public, but I believe say you then at the office of the president and you are available to the public for answer questions from the public.
And now the same question and the answer they give answer. Not necessarily limited the answer we want now for give. The answer what they give now the fact say president gets many considerations where they use for relief person or reassign person to a different role. On this occasion, president don't think say it good, but let me get somebody way much younger for can help the police, somebody will get qualities the way will lead the police for become a force for good, but also the challenges that and concerns will be there from the former IG. Make this new IG may learn from that day for see how we go better the police. And at that we don't make their appointment there. But also something that I want to touch more because the 6 posts where they appoint like a good friend of mine when Alaji Dr. Bakar Said Kanu where they appoint now as presidential spokesperson. By
Nadia they come now, hello.
Yes.
Now that's be me second question for ask you where gets for do with the appointments here. You said the president gets so many things where they take into consideration. Well, I don't know if now committee they advise the president as to order and order them for appoints for working governance. This position where the president don't give to Alhaji Dr. Alpha Khan, where people popularly known as Alpha Khan, as presidential spokesperson. How the president reached to this decision, taking into consideration from the last public engagement we've been getting with Honorable Alpha Khan and I've been a strong member of the APC. How the president reached to this decision for appoint him?
Well, once again, thank you very much for this question because this don't exhibit say last week when Dr. Samuel Kamago Makeni go tell people and say only people ever they say who are busy. Now get the appointment of this government, it is factually inaccurate and a purely tribal bigotry. Because Dr. Alpha Kano, they say, Bua Bise, Dr. Alpha Kano to Mende, and it tell you say that politics we just write about tribal division. And this is a person where it served under the APC government, and they can serve now, it is served so also under the SNP government. But because of the experience we don't get, they go use them for making advance to the presidency. But more importantly, not somebody will go give the testimony say, I be served under APC. I be served president and former President Kuma. Now I be served President Bio. Then two people there, he go able to give a testimony for say, indeed, in 4 years, what President Bio don't do. He's far, far, far outweigh and far more far what the former President Bio don't do, because now you get from the office mouth. Somebody will get comparative experience. Somebody will know what the presidency all about because he don't get experience for serving. Now, and I want to welcome him for Canada team, and I know say it will add enormous value to the team.
So all this experience where they talk, say Honorable Alpha Kano gets, where they're part of the governance system now. I just want to draw you back, Mr. Sandy, if you remember waiting be inside the GTT reports where President said we don't make some statements and also refer to the people who work in the past government as stiff man them and people will be the lie and all of that. Waiting change will make we see all praises they go out to Honorable Alpha Kano where when I don't bring her up to the presidency in advising team.
So I mean the GTT report was very clear saying more than 71% of the people already be appointed in the former government that people already from on one side and people already talk one language. Those are things the way they have been verified, the facts are there. Now, because you go beyond tribalism. Now, for me to get intolerance to a particular tribe. So, therefore, for that person to go back and say, come there, one never have a business, and they appoint, you understand? It's not correct. Because even last year, the mayor of City Council, Mayor Kisha, we talk about more business. So, we, for use politics, for unite the country, we for use politics, for make sure say, the division the way they, we try to eliminate them. And the presidents want to talk all the time. Presidents will go 98, we talk say, if they appoint people away, then competent, and people away no say go deliver, and people away trust. And people away believe in vision. Dr. Albakan believe in vision. Dr. Albakan one come for can support a president for make sure say the plenty work we don't do. For make sure say we get more visibility. But more importantly, like I say, now somebody will get experience because if you don't serve during APC and serve former President Kuma. So now it will get testimony for say, where are the APC government? Now this and this and this. But this government is better part of government will be there. And this president will get vision, a president will want to do the right thing, and president will love and believe in this country.
So also we go see replacements at the space them way empty right now due to disappointments we come on yesterday because the Northwest two side Honorable Alpha Khan been there. We not see any announcements for person we go there. The deputy IG when I been a female where the president don't send a Ministry of Internal Affairs, we not see again person where he replace them with. When we go see replacements for them space here.
Well, as you know, maybe my own job now where the president don't making decision, they give the instruction say not so and so I want to do. Then me confiance to the public. I go assure you say, and assure the people of this country say, when that decision is being taken, and the presidency will communicate that day to the people of this country. But the important thing of all of what we do, now for sure say, we get a president who believe in one country and one people, and anybody who is competent, anybody who believe in his vision, you go able to serve him regardless of who you born, regardless of his life, and regardless of the people who you associate yourself with.
Finally, before you left, Mr. Sandy, we get about 1 year to the election, and you as the presidential spokesman, as the press secretary, be done the occupy position as press secretary and also be the talk for the president. When I be in that position, the people be the refer say, now you position down the way now we don't go to Honorable Alpha Khan. You think so you don't perform well? We make 1 year to election, the president don't appoint somebody for being spokesman compared to the work where you be done they do as president, as press secretary, and that's of the president's spokesman?
Well, 2018 when they appoint me, my substantive goal na be press secretary. Now obviously for manage the media relations around the president and for connect with the public through media engagement. Now as we go along from 2018, we will also see say the presidential spokesperson a whole day. But the president be say make a add to my responsibility. So therefore we not get substantive possible to occupy that position there. But now like you say, we can't do what election. And like when you get coach of your football team, if they say one man they play up front, and they play different role them, but you say, okay, now not change strategy small. This one man not get person back, we go up for make we score but goal because elections they come. So now we don't do. So just don't make sure say now we get substantive person for occupy the office for president spokesman. And I want to welcome Dr. Alpha Bakal Saikan, because I'm not saying as somebody where like a good friend of mine, he gets enormous experience, he can add value at State House. Because at the end of it, like I say, we want to show this country say you get a president who believes say anybody can able to serve this country, regardless of your tribe, of your region, or who say you born or who say you come on. When means say we good friend at the APC or Dr. Tamua Kamara for land say also just people away to be say who are be say now get number of their points. This not exhibit say this is believe in one country, one people.
Many thanks for you joining at the program. That's Yusuf Keke Thomas Sandy, the press secretary in our State House, but they give updates on the change them where President Bio make yesterday in our government.